Here we are at Hagan Stone Park in Greensboro, North Carolina, the start of the 5K course. It's on a rather gorgeous day at Hagan Stone Park. We have a wide grassy starting area on a slight downhill run. As we come up here, you'll actually come up to a dam to your left. And the course will narrow slightly. This is a very famous course. It's been around for 29 years. Has not changed a bit. It's 100% grass and trails. If you're coming across the dam, slightly narrow through here. Still a pretty wide dam. We come up. Nice wide open spaces here. We go around the backstop back there. During the meets, it actually is a little bit wider in the backside. It's a little bit narrower now because this is springtime. Some people like to hug the backstop tight. Other ones like to go around to the outside. Now we're going to go back up toward the starting line, back across the dam. The first loop is about 3/4 of a mile. The figure 8. And about this point here, the leaders are leading the pack, going back across the dam. And we're going to make a big circle around the starting line area. As they go up here, it's a great place for spectators to see the runners and also to take some pictures. We're going behind the tree and behind the tobacco barn. This is where the starting line is. So the tobacco barn is the sort of like designated place for all the cross-country equipment, which is very nice. Now during the events, obviously this is flagged off, so you have a nice piece of flagging to your left. Make a sweeping turn around the tree. And we're going back down across the dam, around the backstop, and into the woods. This is a 5K course. There are also a 8K course, 5K, 4K, 3K, and 2K course at Hagan Stone. If you ever want to come out here and camp and run some, it's available for camping. All right, coming back down, always staying to the left of the backstop. During the meet days, there will be more space behind the backstop as it's been a little overgrown in the springtime here. It's all the nice wet weather. Now we come down, and every single turn in the woods has a white and brown sign that says 5K XC. We'll make a left here. And we're getting into the trails. It's the narrowest part of the course, actually. It's slightly tight here through the first part of the course where all the runners still pretty close together. As you can see, it's gorgeous in the park. And on a warmer day, the shade actually keeps the heat down quite a bit. As we come up now to where the 5K and 8K meet and come together. You can see the signs right in front of us there. On the left, you'll see an old-style one-room schoolhouse. The biggest thing on the course is to stay on the main trail. There are a few smaller trails that go off, but they are not marked, so you do not take those. We'll be coming up to the 1 mile mark in a few minutes, about 30 seconds here. As we pop out in about 10 seconds, to the right will be the 1 mile mark. Right, this little sunny area right here. There's a 1 mile marker permanently in the ground to the right. There's a nice little area here. As we're coming down the trail here, there's signs that say 5K to the left, 8K to the right. The 8K signs are white with blue markings. 5K are white and brown. There's the signs. We're going to the left for the 5K course. Nice little area back hill and a slight downhill. And right here is where the runners pick up some speed. This is a nice area to run 2 or 3 abreast. And a 4th guy could pass them. There's plenty of room back here on the trails to pass athletes. So we can pick up some speed around here. It's a slight downhill again. Good area to pick up some speed. Still a shaded area of the park. Very nice in the woods. If you see any deer or bears, just wave at them. A lot of people still walking trails. Now we're going about 16:30 pace in the golf cart here. When Alan Webb set his record at 14:36, the golf cart had to hit the gas pedal the entire way to make sure he's ahead of Mr. Webb there, as he ran a unbelievable course record on this place. Now, the trails are always gorgeous in the back here. Now, as we come around here, we're going to be coming closer to where the 8K comes back together with the 5K course. And for the last mile and a half, the 8K and the 5K course are the same. Coming up to the, on the right here, be a little bench. If anybody gets tired, you can grab a little seat and rest up a little bit. See the bench there on the right. Take a little rest. Here's the 8K and 5K come back together. Following the white and brown signs that say 5K XC. And it's a mile and a half to go now. This is where people are starting to separate themselves out a little bit. There's a slight downhill. Going across a small creek right here. And when you reach the bottom of this hill, you actually go back up a hill. And this is where the stronger runners start to pull away, about a quarter mile away from the 2 mile mark. A little bit tighter section of the course. There's still room to pass. This is all uphill right here. For about 200 meters of a nice good hill. Then as you crest the top of the hill, it flattens out. It's a nice smooth section to pick up some speed again. As we come around to the open field, you'll see a sign on the right that will say the 2-mile mark. Then we come down the hill. Go up a short, quick hill here. Always following the signs that say 5K and 8K XC. You'll go to the left at the top of the hill here. The gravel road to your right, which some people ride their bikes and watch the course here, then ride their bikes back to the finish line. Coming across here, now we're going to our Bavarian forest, we like to call it. Lots of pine needles, lots of pine trees. A short downhill followed by a short uphill. And a little narrow section that gets, if there is rain, this one section does get wet and muddy. So you want to make sure you run on the side. If it's really wet, pick a side to run on. Because right here it's wet if it is raining hard. This is where the faster athletes are already separating out. Probably less than 1,100 meters to go to the finish line from here. And there's some more benches on the right to sit down and relax if you need to. As you're coming down, short little section here, saying to the right with the signs on the left there that says 5K and XC to the right. Little Rudy right here, we're going to try to fix that this summer. Now you'll pop out of the woods and you have about 900 meters left to go. And right now it's fast and flat to the finish line. Go up a slight hill. Make a left through the trees there. And you make another left. Now here you stay on the grass. The course is not on the road at all. You must be on the grass to be on the course. So it is 100% grass and trails. So we have cones down here. You must stay to the left of the cones and stay on the grass. So now's the time to let it loose a little bit. You got 800 meters to go to the finish line. Plenty of time to pass and work hard. As you can see, it's flat. Besides being on the grass, it is still a park road, active road. That's a way to the people walking. Going around the circle here. Of course, following the signs, it says 5K and 8K to the right. There's a little sign to the left there, you see it. And we have another sign right to our right that says 5K to the left. Now we're coming downhill. You can see the worn trail to the left. As we pop out here, you'll be able to see you from the finish line. They can see the runners coming across. That's the lake to the right. You go straight up the hill, across the dam, and to the far right, spectators can see the runners coming across the dam. As you can tell, it's flat, wide open, and plenty of space to pass. This is where runners try to make their move to get up, being in contention. Make a right here. Now we're at the finish line area, other side of the lake. You're going to make a hard U-turn here. The dog's supposed to be flagging here. Hard U-turn, my fault. U-turn. Up the hill. Now basically this is where it's pretty much about 120 meters away. You come around the big tree. You make a hard right. It's a straight, slight uphill to the finish line. It is an uphill, so save a little bit for the finish because you can pass some people. Straight to the finish. As you notice on the right, we have our new amphitheater there. You're going straight, straight, straight. And right through here is a finish line. And to the right there is a new stage they made. This should be interesting there.